What's good? Hey! Checking in with you guys live from LA. Feeling good on this Tuesday. How about you guys? How was your weekend? How was your Labor Day? Hope you guys had a good Labor Day, good holiday weekend. I wanted to check in with you guys live to discuss a couple things. I am out in sunny, hot Northern Cali, and it's 100 degrees. I would have did this video outside, but hey, it's too hot. So let me just give you guys a quick glimpse of my view so you guys can see where I'm at. If my camera would turn. All right, there we go. So excuse that spot on the window, but yeah, so I'm at a truck stop. T and I are currently waiting to get our load confirmed before we pick that up and head back to the East Coast. So been getting a lot of questions from experiential marketing professionals at different positions with regards to the question of vaccinations and understanding how to apply for opportunities with regards to whether or not they want or EXPs are choosing to get vaccinated or not. Let me start off by saying this. You have a right, we all have a right to decide what happens and what we decide to do with our bodies. If you are an advocate for vaccinations, great, that's good for you. If you are an advocate and you're looking to not get vaccinated, great for you. You have the chance and the opportunity to choose what happens and what you choose to put into your body. So with that being said, as we all know, there is a lot of mandates that are happening pretty rapidly with regards to getting, here come T, with regards to getting everybody in the country vaccinated, and a push to make vaccinations mandatory with regards to being able to, here's T, let me see, being able to go into public places. A lot of states are pushing for mandatory vaccinations, and they are going to be requiring soon a lot of states and a lot of public areas and public places that you frequent visiting may be requiring you to be mandatory vaccinated in order to visit. So the question has come up, gotten DMs about it, and I've talked extensively with a couple EXPs about this topic of vaccinations. Does it make sense? Is it right for agencies or clients to request vaccinations? How do you handle this tough question, or navigating through whether or not you choose to be vaccinated? And how do you speak to agencies and account managers about their process if they're hiring for a potential tour, management, or even brand ambassador opportunity in which the client or the brand is requiring a mandatory vaccination? So first things first, if you're going to be applying for opportunities at any level, if it does not state in the job description that the agency or the brand is requiring a mandatory vaccination, you definitely want to ask before you commit to the program, especially if you're someone who is advocating to not be vaccinated and you don't want to go through the vaccination process. You want to make sure that you're asking the right questions, that you're asking that account manager. Am I required to be vaccinated? If so, what is the deadline? What is the deadline in which I need to be vaccinated? Is it prior to executing the event? Is it 1 or 2 weeks, especially if you're going to be executing a tour? When do you need to have that validation or that credential for the brand or the client in order to execute the program? Also, you need to keep in mind, if the agency is requiring you to be vaccinated, right, and you are an individual in which you're not looking to get vaccinated, you can always ask, will they take a medical exemption certificate or a medical exemption form? You can do your own independent research. I'm not advocating for any company or agency that provides these forms, but definitely look into this if you're an individual who's looking to not get vaccinated for that medical exemption form. But you definitely, before you even consider that, you definitely want to ask the agency if the brand or if they will be able to take a medical exemption form as validation or as proof that you're unable to be vaccinated for a religious, a tribal, or personal reasons. So ask clarification first before you decide to commit to any program, especially one in which vaccinations may be mandatory. I've seen a lot of agencies in recent weeks post on their personal pages about their procedures and process with regards to becoming vaccinated, and some are, you know, advocating for it while some are not, and giving you, the EXPs, the opportunity to determine you know, whether or not you get vaccinated and whether or not you apply for those opportunities in which the client will be requiring that you as the EXP is vaccinated. So definitely do your research. As always, do your due diligence. If you're not comfortable working an event because you may have to be vaccinated, that's something that you'll definitely have to keep in mind and consider before you take on, you know, that opportunity or decide not to move forward with that agency or that potential, you know, opportunity. So this can get a little hairy, and I already got comments coming in from different EXPs regarding this situation. But guys, you got to keep in mind, we are all entitled to our rights and to the option to decide whether or not we want to be vaccinated. And I know a lot of EXPs are advocating for that, but out of respect for, you know, just our individual rights and at the end of the day, what we're choosing to do with regards to our bodies, we have to honor that, and we have to keep that in mind. EXPs who are choosing not to get vaccinated definitely know and understand that there may be fewer opportunities as a result. So we have to see how things are going to pan out with society. We have to see, you know, if the ticker and the number of cases will continue to rise and how the government is going to handle that. But at the end of the day, you have to do your own due diligence. You have to do your own research and make sure that you are taking the necessary precautions to determine whether or not, you know, getting vaccinated makes sense for you. Again, I'm not advocating for you to or not to get vaccinated. That is your choice to decide what's going to be best for you in your situation. All right. But definitely, if you're going to be applying for opportunities in any capacity, at any position, you definitely want to ask, especially if the job opportunity does not post it, you want to ask if a vaccination is going to be required to activate the event. At the end of the day, we got to, you know, just keep that in mind. And I'm reading these comments. Andrew, I hear what you're saying. You wouldn't be comfortable working with unvaccinated people. That is your prerogative and that is your choice. But again, we all have a choice and we all have a right to choose what's going to be best for our body. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to get into politics into any of that here, because I want to make sure that we are respecting everybody's opinions and everybody's choices. All right. On to another great thing. I've been seeing a lot of great posts in the group with regards to EXPs who have been awarded tour opportunities. I definitely want to shout them out and congratulate those individuals, because I have seen firsthand them put the grind work and put the time and the energy into building a reputable name in the industry at the brand ambassador level. So Gabrielle Sanjali, definitely want to shout her out, because she was my EXP Elite winner 2 years ago, and I actually went and awarded her her plaque at her job. She was working for Kia at the time as a product specialist in Georgia, and she just recently posted that she was just awarded her first tour opportunity, and she's going to be traveling nationwide executing it. So it's always great to see EXPs definitely move up in the industry and definitely move into management opportunities. It takes time. I've always been an advocate for the fact that unless you participate in nepotism, or you know somebody in an agency, an account manager that is able to give you a leg up or provide you with the opportunity, especially a management opportunity. Working in this industry and moving into those opportunities, it takes work, and it takes you being able to adapt, and it takes you really understanding the industry tenfold. Rarely do I see individuals jump straight from working one brand ambassador to a tour manager or a management opportunity. It rarely happens. It does happen, but when it happens, those individuals don't last long, and they usually end up creating a bad name for themselves and not being afforded any more opportunities with that agency. And oftentimes that account manager talks with other agency owners, and you guys can figure that out, right? But definitely, it's always nice to see when EXPs take the time, take the initiative, and actually come in at the entry-level position as a brand ambassador, work their way up, and gain the necessary experience to be able to successfully, anybody can execute an event, but to successfully move into management roles and excel and continue to retain those opportunities and successfully be considered for management opportunities on a consistent basis. So shouts out to Gabrielle Sanjali. I shot her a personal message this past weekend just congratulating her. But it just makes me happy, and it makes my heart full to see that the work that I'm out here doing, the resources, the talks that we have, the pop-up interviews, the individuals, the experts that I bring on my live channel and here on my YouTube page channel as well, and in the group. It's great to see when EXPs really take that information and apply it to better themselves in the industry. So kudos to Gabrielle, kudos to all of you for continuing to support my page, for continuing to support the group and provide great resources and great insight and knowledge and your personal experiences. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm not so quick to just add anyone into the group. I definitely take my time to handpick individuals who work in the industry, individuals who will bring knowledge and expertise into the group and be honest and forthcoming about sharing their insight with reason, right, and with respect to the group. Because everyone, while I may not agree with everybody's opinion at every time, we are all entitled to our opinions. So definitely it makes me happy to see EXPs move up into management opportunities and take the advice and the pop-up interviews and the leading industry expert tips that are provided on this page and use it to be able to catapult into those opportunities. So I want to encourage all of you to continue to be consistent and persistent in applying for opportunities. Gabrielle, I'm gonna bring her on a pop-up pretty soon. I got to get with her because now she's on tour, so she's busy. But it didn't happen overnight for her, right? I interviewed her twice, and if you guys go back, I'll post her interview here in the comment section. If you go back and watch her interview, she talked about the importance of building great relationships, networking, and just staying true to who she is, as an experiential marketing professional. So definitely, if you don't do anything else, if you don't take anything else, right, away from what I'm discussing today and just the overall EXP Elite group, make sure that you understand the importance of staying true to who you are, to understanding that you are a brand within a brand, and being your own brand, you have to be able to convey who you are, to speak to who you are as an individual, and be able to sell your skills as assets, whether that is in experiential marketing, whether that is in personal branding, or whether that is in building your own business, right? We all have something that we've been tasked to do here in society, and it's up to us to figure out, and to really manifest that and bring that to fruition. So I'm on that journey myself. It has not been easy, but it has definitely been enlightening and rewarding for me. All right, so I'm gonna leave you guys with that. We're gonna be getting up out of here soon and headed back to the East Coast. You definitely enjoy the rest of your week. If you're looking for opportunities within the management role and you gain the necessary experience, don't get discouraged. I'll say it again. Don't get discouraged, all right? Continue to apply. Just know that the right opportunity will present itself when it is time to present itself. But you got to make sure that you are equipped, that you are ready to go in there and successfully represent yourself as a brand, and that you are able to maintain those opportunities on a consistent basis. All right, so congrats, Gabby. I'm gonna go ahead and tag you in this video really quick, but definitely continue to do what you're doing. Be safe out there on the road. And to all my EXPs out there, thank you guys for all of your support and all your love. I appreciate you. All right, later.